All right, good evening, everyone in Asia, and good morning, everyone here in US. And I don't know wherever you are, good afternoon if you are in Europe. So I'm here, George, at the Agency College Likud, and also I have my entire team with us today for wonderful, with a special guest from Philippines. And just want to introduce myself. The reason why we are conducting all these series of webinars is to prepare you and prepare the parents for us to have the first AJGA tournaments in Thailand. And the main reason is I really want you to know the importance of play AJGA, getting to college, and also right now we have a special guest play professional in Europe as well. So basically, yeah, all about the step that where you begin, where the pathway is, and where you're gonna be. So that's the whole reason. So with that in mind, want to introduce to our team, Khun Manipon. She's joining us from Madrid, Spain.
Hi, Sam. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, is it your dad, your mom with you? Not
Um,
yet?
my dad's on the way back
Yep.
from somewhere, but he'll be joining soon.
Okay, please say hi to them.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you in here in Bangkok, Thailand. But I'm now in Madrid, Spain. So
Okay.
maybe later noise, in here. Yeah, nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice seeing you too.
Okay, and Khun Wanalak joining us from Thailand.
Good evening, Sam. Hello, everyone. My name is Wanalak. I'm working for AR for almost 3 or 4 years. And what my responsibility is to bring your kid ready for all the profile and get all the NCAA application, the digital profile, and the video. Also, all the relevant documents to prepare the kids ready for coach interview later on. Okay, nice to meet you here, and so happy to have a join with us. Okay. Thank you.
And Miss Jutama, she's actually in Dubai.
Hi, Barbara. Hi, Sam. So nice to meet you. Yeah, right now we are in Dubai. That because we're gonna have a Jaga the golf tournaments here for a few days. So we will hope that everyone will know ARs more here, and also that to do cooperate with another federations here. So nice to meet you.
Great, thank you. And your father just joined. Hello, hey Babette.
Hey,
Good
hi
evening.
George. Hi, hello everyone.
Hi, Babette.
Okay, all right. So with that, we just introduce you, Samantha Bruce. She's got to know her for like almost 10 years with Babette, and then I saw you grow right from junior golf and college golf player, and now you are following your dream in professional level. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so why don't we ask you to introduce yourself a little bit,
Okay.
and one would say, it's just the AJGA when you first playing AJGA.
Okay, so I'm Samantha Bruce. I'm a recent graduate from Seattle University, actually last June 2023. I played a little on the Epson Tour after graduating, so that's from June to October of 2023, and currently I'm playing on the Ladies European Tour. So I started playing golf at around the age of 8, and I got into it competitively pretty early, but my dad's not a golfer. My mom is also not a golfer, so we didn't really know how to go around competitive golf. We were just following what other people were doing, and I feel like for most international countries, the only international events we know are the US Kids International and the IMG Worlds. So that's where I started out. But as over the years and as I started going to the States more, I started to realize there were more events than just IMG and the US Kids International. I found out about other local events around California and also AJGA. And I actually started playing AJGA when I was around 12 or 13 years old. And once I started playing AJGA, I actually stopped trying to compete and stopped qualifying for the IMG. I just found there were so many benefits to playing the AJGA. I thought that, well, first there's more events as opposed to the IMG. It's only once a year. So AJGA, you can play as an international player. I would go every summer and try to play as many events as I could. And I found that the competition is also really good. Not everyone, not the best. I mean, not all the good people go to IMG, but a lot of people go to AJGA as well. And I felt like you're not spending as much as opposed to IMG. And the one thing I really liked about AJGA is that it opened doors to meeting college coaches. And that's how my dad and I kind of figured out how to get into college golf. A lot of coaches would come and visit the events, and we were able to talk to a lot of them. We were able to understand like how recruitment works. And that really started, that became a jumping off point to where I am now. I think that my progress in golf and me being able to find out where I want to go to, it AJGA really helped that. Through AJGA, I remember I was able to go to different states and visit a lot of colleges, a lot of campuses, and I was able to figure out exactly what worked for me, what didn't work for me. I was able to get a feel of the college campuses, maybe meet the team, meet the coaches, and I think that was really important. A lot of people from like a lot of international players, they don't necessarily know exactly what these colleges are. A lot of them, I would say, know the big names. So there's obviously like Pac-12 or like the really good schools. But what a lot of people don't know is that there's so many other colleges out there that could be the perfect fit for you. And in the beginning of this whole college recruitment, I know I was with everyone else where I wanted to go to the best school, the best name, just because I felt like, oh, if I went to Stanford or Berkeley, it's like the best thing that I could do. And it's the best thing for me. But as I started visiting other colleges and talking to other coaches, I realized that it's not necessarily the case. Sometimes you are meant for a different school. Sometimes maybe you will thrive better in a smaller school. Maybe you want to go to a school that's in the city, or a school that's maybe in the countryside, a school that prioritizes academics, or a school that prioritizes golf. And you really don't know that until you go and visit these schools and talk to the coaches and talk to the team. And I was really grateful for my experience with AJGA, because I don't think I would have been able to understand that I don't need to go to a top name school. I think if I wasn't exposed to all of these colleges, I wouldn't have found the place for me, and I wouldn't have, maybe, I don't know if I would have turned pro. I don't know like what my pathway would have been if I went to a school that wasn't fit for me. So just a little background, I actually went to San Jose State my first year, and I thought I went to the school that gave me the most money at first. And I ended up transferring after a year, and I decided to go to Seattle University. I felt like I connected well with the coach. I felt that the environment was a little bit better for me. It focused more on academics, and I was always, my parents always pushed for good academics ever since I was young. And I never really knew how I would end up after college, but I remember my dad telling me before entering Seattle U is if I went to school there and suddenly golf wasn't in the picture, would I be happy in the school? And I said yes, because I liked the environment, I liked the area, I liked the people around me, and I liked the major that I was taking. And because of that, I think that's what allowed me to thrive in Seattle. Before going to college, I actually got injured, and I didn't know if golf was still in the picture. I was on the national team when I was younger, and I played in a lot of events. I would say I had a lot of success in my junior golf days, and then I got injured, so all of that kind of went away. And when I went to Seattle, I didn't know how golf would turn out. But because I really enjoyed the environment, and because Seattle was a great fit for me, I started to do really well in golf, and that's what I guess allowed me to be in a position to be on the European tour, play professional golf. It's funny because a lot of people, when they look at success, they look at like how many events you've won, or maybe the name of the school that you get into, or your current world ranking. But actually my coach sent me this message after my first Ladies European Tour event, where I was in the championship flight on the last day. He told me he's always said success is a byproduct of discipline, great habits, and good support systems. And I really believe in that good support systems. I feel like being able to find a place that is able to help you grow as a person, not on the golf course and off the golf course, is the most important thing that you could look for when going into college. And you really won't be able to find that if you don't go out and meet these people and meet these coaches. And I love how through AJGA, they really allow you to meet these coaches, because a lot of them really prioritize going to these events and meeting the players and just seeing how all of these players are on the course and also off the course.
That's true. That's true. You know, I mean, and you probably kind of early generation from Philippines that actually went to AJGA route, right?
Yes. I'm actually not sure if anyone before me has played AJGA. If they did, maybe one or two people, but I know I'm actually not sure how my dad found out about AJGA. He was the one who found everything for me, but I agree. I don't think anyone in the Philippines has played AJGA, or maybe they played one, but they weren't really playing it religiously. But now I feel like a lot of people are playing it more, because my dad actually is the one who recommends it. And I mean, it was a great starting off point, especially just meeting these coaches. And I know a lot of the coaches also look at the AJGA rankings as one of their I guess as part of the recruitment. So I think that was really helpful for them.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, your dad is here, man. Let's find out how he can find out about AJGA. Hi, Dad. You are support system now.
Yeah, actually, no, I was always very tuned to junior golf. So I knew that AJ was one of the pathways. I think one of my takeaways from playing AJA for Sam is that, and we didn't know it that it then, is that it's very similar to playing on the Pro Tour. You go to various locations, far places. You fly, you drive long hours. You come in, you have two practice rounds, and then you play 36 holes. When you don't have any status, you fight for status. So that was my takeaway. That was a good learning for Sam. Because now when we look at it, that was one of the better lessons we got from playing AJGA. Second is that, and that's why I still recommend AJGA to a lot of players, is that when you go to AJGA, you go to areas that are not usually on the regular schedule. Because AJGA events are in far places, and in every far place, there's always a university or a college that's there that will not be usually on your list. And it gives the players an opportunity to look at the area, to look at the universities, to meet the coaches. So even just for that, I will always recommend AJGA.
Good. Yeah, and then you keep continue recommend to a generation after Sam, right? Until what? Good. All right. Well, Babette, do you have any thing you like to share with our audience about junior golf and college golf, and because you've seen the whole thing, you went through the whole pathway already.
Okay, so actually, it's so easy to follow the pathway of somebody who's very successful. It's easy. Like if you're very good as a junior, you get the top programs and they follow you. In Sam's case, in our case, we went through the entire experience. Sam was very good very early. And then she got injured and all the leads disappeared. And then she was able to come back a bit. She got recruited again, went to a school that she didn't really like, but it offered the full ride. And then she ended up in a school where she really liked and where she thrived. No, I tell people that when Sam went to Seattle is where you go where your golf dreams die, because you don't play golf year round. It's always raining, but for some reason Sam did very well and she thrived. And that's my advice to everyone. When you look at schools, when you play AJGA, you take advantage of looking at all the schools in the area. Because no matter where you are, no matter how big or small is the school, there's always something that every school will offer. That's nice, that's good, that might fit, that may be a fit for you. I would have never thought that Sam would go to Seattle U. Never. And she thrived there. And I never thought that Seattle U would give her the opportunity to go to turn pro, to be on the Epson Tour, to go through stage 2 of LPGQ school, to be on the Ladies European Tour, to continue the dream of playing professional golf in the LPGA. I never thought that it would happen. And when you play tournaments, you see a lot of girls beside us grinding like Sam, who went to better schools. And I say, we're just like these girls now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it doesn't really matter where you go. That's my good takeaway. But it doesn't matter where you go, where you end up in. It's what you make out of the situation. Make the best out of where you're going. You are where you're supposed to be. And if you're happy, if you're thriving, it's a great situation, then you can have a chance to be successful. Sam is still a long way from being successful, but we're very thankful that we are given this chance to be in this position, for her to grind, for her to have a chance. And AJGA was a very integral part of our journey, and I'm sure it's going to be an integral part of the journey of all your clients, all of your junior golfers.
Great. Well, thank you for wonderful advice. And I think we sharing the same thought, is that yesterday you can't do anything. Future, we don't know where you're gonna be. Stay pleasant, right? Today is the day. Just do the best you can, thrive the best you can. It will happen.
Yeah, I think my biggest takeaway from everything that's happened is that you can't really guarantee the results, whether it's good or bad. Like, you never know what could happen, but all you can do is make the most out of all the opportunities given in front of you. So when it comes to colleges and college recruitment, I know I've heard from a lot of people that, I've heard the lines like, okay, I'll just commit to the school because it's the next best thing, or like, it's not as good as I thought it would be, but I'll just take it. But you never know what the results could be from all the opportunities that you could take. So just because it's not it's not a big name school, or it's not the school that you thought you would go to, it doesn't mean that you won't be successful. Because for me, all the successes that I've accomplished so far, it's come from opportunities that I never thought, or it's come from experiences I've never thought I would be in. Like, I never thought I would be in Seattle. Growing up, I always thought I'd go to Berkeley. It was like, okay, Berkeley was my school, Berkeley's my school, never went. But also, who knows, if I went there, I don't know if I'd be on the European tour. Just because it's a better ranked school, it doesn't guarantee me turning pro. And then also going into Seattle U, just because it's a lower ranked school, it doesn't mean I'm not going to turn pro at all. All you can really do is make the most out of all your opportunities, stick to your processes, and just trust in what you're doing. And what's meant for you will obviously happen.
Okay, good. Well, that's an eye-opening, and just from someone that's been through it, and as your Babette say, long way to go. Congratulations, right? What all the accomplished that you've done so far. All right, we got about 5 more minutes. Why don't we open up the floor Anybody have any question for Father of the Year, Mr. Babette and Samantha? I know it's I think we had two guests here. They're both parents of elite junior golfer.
Yeah, come on.
Anybody have a question?
Yeah, you can ask us. I'm one of the few parents who've been through everything. I've been through everything.
Hi, Babette. This is me, Manny.
Hello.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I just want to ask you when you first which area is that your first AJGA that you take Sam to attend? Is it in
Oh.
US or in any other country in Asia?
No. During our time, it was always in the US.
Oh,
There was no Asia yet. So our very first event was in Arizona. So we drove 11 hours to Arizona to do a qualifier. So during that, this was 2000. Sam was very young. She was maybe 13. So this was 2014, and during that time, AJGA was only in the United States.
Can you tell me what is the most benefit that George has AJGA in Thailand or in Asia?
Oh, look! During our time, we had to go to the US to play, and you had to drive long. The AJGA are not in popular areas. You have to drive out. You have to fly out. Imagine you're just going to Thailand. That's amazing. We didn't have that. If we had that before, I would go to Thailand every year just for that. It's a short trip.
Oh.
You don't spend that much if you're from Asia. You are in very familiar territory, very familiar conditions. You see the same faces that you play in junior golf in Dakar. That's a big advantage. And if you're having 3 events, I mean, all you need is a good week. You win, and you have 2 years of eligibility. You have 2 years of status. So
Right.
and at its worst case scenario, you don't win. At least you get your feet wet. You play an AJGA event in Asia before you go to the US, right? It gets you warmed up. It gets you familiar with the system. Playing big, if it's a first time for you, you get familiar in playing high level events, and you're only in Asia. Because during our time, we had to go to the US for big events. So having this in
Thank
Thailand is,
you.
I mean, this people don't know how. I tell everyone, go to that event in Thailand. People don't know how this is so advantageous for people in Asia. Having an AJGA event in Asia is big. It's big.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Sam, do you remember your first star? How did you get them?
My first star, was it one in Oregon? I don't.
Yeah, in Oregon.
I think my first star was, so the first year I played AJGA, I had no stars at all. I had to qualify for every single event. And I qualified for the AJGA in, I think it's the one in Centennial in Oregon. And
Medford,
Oregon. And I don't remember what I finished in that event, but it was maybe, was that like top 10?
No, not top 10. You were probably 15.
Top 15, like close, like 10 to 15, I believe.
No, but Sam was a top qualifier. Through qualifier, Sam was a top qualifier in. And she was one of the youngest. So that year, Sam went through 5 qualifiers and she qualified 5 times.
One was a playoff, I remember.
Yeah, one was a playoff in Chico, California.
Most nerve-wracking playoff in my life. It's one thing to play off to win, but it's another to play off to have an opportunity to play the event. And
yeah,
that was crazy.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. You see, it's tough to get a first star, right? You chased your dream all the way from Philippines to Oregon. Now we got AJGA in Thailand. You can star, just a 2-hour ride from Philippines now.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you again for both of you who joined us today, Babette and Samantha.
Okay. Anytime, George.
All right. Well, thank you. And good luck for the next tournament. I heard you're going to South Africa.
Well, no, I actually backed out of the South Africa event just so I could apply for more visas. I'm going to the team series in South Korea, actually.
South Korea. Okay. Okay, good. Well, it'll be more familiar food for you there than South Africa then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you again, everyone who's joining us today. Thank you for our special guests, Babette and Samantha Bruce. And thank you, everyone.